Hi everyone, this is Janet and I'm here with a video for you of my latest mini album that I've completed. It's been a while since I did a video and I thought, well, I'm going to get this one on because I really like this. This is my mini. Um, First of all, let me talk about how I put it together here with the rings. I used a lot of different fibers, different types of fibers, and they're all in like the rusts, the oranges, the greens, and I also added a little like washer thing that I got in a kit to that, and that's what I put on my rings to bind my album together. But this is my mini, and what I did on this on all the pages is I used Kane Company paper. It's like this vintage type paper, and I just love it. It has all the muted colors, and I just think it really went well with this album that I wanted to do. And then this little frame here, this gold bronze type frame, and the brads that go with it, I got from a kit, a page kit that I got a couple years back. I thought I would use that, but I put it on top of this pocket that I had made out of some of the paper, and I edged all the paper. I edged the pocket, I edged this little paper in here, and then at the bottom I also added a string of pearls to the bottom. I gotta have pearls. I love my pearls. And then I took some of the white flowers that you get in the wedding department at the store, and after I glued them down with this sleeve, I took an ink I think it's called a red brick ink pad, and I just dabbed it all over to give it that color. And then I took a tag that I got also out of that page kit, and I used that to put in the pocket here. I used the brad and some more of the fibers for that, and that slips right here into the pocket. And there's place there for journaling. You could probably add a little picture here as well. But that's the front. Oh, and in here I also I used a rub-on called Unique, and that's the front cover. And then the next page here, I used the same paper that I used on the front, and I covered it, and I put a strand of pearls coming down the side too, and there's room here for a picture. But I also I added a little dress form. I took my dress form pattern that I have, and I put it on my computer and shrunk it down to a little size like this. And I also used the same paper, but before I added the lace and the flowers, I inked around the edges to give it a little bit of an aged look. And then I did the same technique with the flowers that I did on the front page. They're white, and then I used the red brick ink pad, and I dabbed it to give it a little bit of color. And then on the waistband on the dress, I also added another set of pearls. But I like that. I like adding little dress forms to certain things. But there's room here for a picture. And then over here I have another patterned paper from the same collection from Kane Company, and it's red, and I inked all the way around the page with a brown, I think it's like a mocha brown, all the way around it. And on the edge I took another piece of paper. You can't really tell real well, but I took another piece of paper and I tore it, and I added it to there, and I also inked around that as well. And then I took some of my vintage lace and I cut it and sewed it to make this flower here, and I used a bronze colored pearl that I had for the centerpiece. And then I also added a green leaf, and then like a rusty colored feather for that. And I left some room for a picture as well. And again, the same paper on the back here. I got room for a picture here, but I also added another pocket. And before I added the pocket down, I inked all the way around it. And I decided to go ahead and I made a little brown bow that I glued on with hot glue, and then some brown buttons as well. And then I decided I'd make a few tags. I took another piece out of the collection from the K & Company stack, and I just cut little tags. And I used a corner shaper to make them round, and then I inked all around them, and then I added different types of fiber to them. And I made several different shapes, or should I say sizes, inking all of them like that. And I even inked this one, and this is the red on both sides, but I inked around the front of that one. And then this one, it was funny when I was doing this and I was inking it, I inked around and I just was dabbing the ink pad over it, and I dabbed too hard on here. But I thought, well, that makes it look really vintage and old, so I went ahead and left it go just like that. But these are just a few of the little tags that I have for in this pocket here that can be used for, I'll put them in for journaling or whatever. And then here again is another page with another piece from that collection of paper from K & Company. And I got this wreath out of one of my page kits, and I thought, what could I do with that for that page? Because the page has, the print has roses on it. So what I did was I went ahead and hot glued the wreath down to the page, and then I got some green leaves, and I got some of the baby's breath, and then some mauve colored roses with a pink bow, and I glued that inside. I thought that looked kind of feminine and vintage looking, but I left enough room here for a picture. Now I didn't ink the edge of this page in particular. So, and then on the back again, the same paper as the front of the page, but I also took a piece of cream colored ribbon, and I hot glued it down on the ends, and then I took all the white roses again and glued them down. Then I inked them, and I added some leaves here. But I also made a little tag with some printed paper from the collection, and this is the inside. Little photos or journaling can go on there, and it slips right underneath of the ribbon that I added. And there's enough room over here also for a photo. And then the last page is some of the paper from the same collection, and it is paper that has it looks like they took a collage of receipts and just printed it out on the paper. It's really, I really like it a lot, and that's what I used on both sides of this paper. But I also used the other paper, this printed paper from the other page, to make the pocket that I added on. And down here I hot glued a charm down that says inspire. So, and then I wanted to add another flower, so I took one of my red flowers and I put a brad in the center that has a pearl on it, along with the green leaf, and I hot glued it down to the pocket. And inside the pocket I have another one of those tags. It's just a plain brown tag, and I added a brown clip to it, and you can use it to take it in and out of the pocket. And there's plenty of room for a photo, and then journaling and a photo on the tag as well. And then finally on the back, the same paper. This time I added the pocket to the very edge of the page, and I took a couple more of my red flowers and I doubled them together on top of a green leaf. But this here in the center is one of the earrings from a set. It's a very old set. I would say this set of earrings, this one from the set of earrings, is probably 30 or more years old. And I cut off the part that went inside the earlobe, and I hot glued it in the center for the center of the flower. And then I also made a tag of the paper. It's double-sided paper from the same collection, and I just took a piece of the paper and I made a little pull for it so you can pull it in and out of the pocket. And I left room here also for a photo. But this is my mini. I'm going to call it my vintage mini, and I really enjoyed putting it together. I love all the colors, the muted colors, and the flowers, and the paper that goes with it. So my wreath, I like that, and all my flowers. So I really hope you enjoyed my mini. And I really thank everybody for watching all my videos. I really appreciate that, and I really appreciate all the very kind comments. And I just want to thank you again for watching it, and I will be seeing you again later. So have a great day. Bye-bye.